and I found a bunch of my old Pokemon cards. They're right here. I just made a video about this too. My brain wants to organize these now, but knowing I can't kind of makes me irritated. So I have a bunch of my Pokemon cards stuck together. It's not even funny. I don't even know how. Like, it's not even a joke. Like, a whole deck is stuck together. I had 2 decks. Like, this is what they look. This is the container. And for a reason, those 2 decks got put together. I think it's because I broke the last box. And now they're just stuck together. Like, this deck is just completely... It's become one... This deck has become one card now. And it's not even funny. It's irritating. Because I really liked... Like, all my best cards are in here. Like, all my favorite cards are in this deck. I know this because, hey, I'm holding my other deck. I mean, this is one of my really cute ones, but my sparkly, very, like, all my really good backgrounds are stuck in this clobble of a card deck, and I don't know how to fix it. And I really need help, because I really need to know how to fix this. Because it's not funny. This is what I'm dealing with. Like, they're stuck together like glue, and I don't want to damage any of these cards, because I really like the cards that are in this deck. Like, one of my cards is already slightly damaged. That's it. I've looked it up for your information, and I've gotten nothing. And it's like, what are they stuck together with? I'm not seeing anything. I just think they're, like, stuck together due to time. And I don't know how to fix that. It's irritating. Because it's like, they're my best cards, and they're in this deck. Do you hear how rock solid that is? It's not even funny. It's rock solid. Like, also, I was listening to Shakira, and I got complaints that I was being too loud from my house. But they're over here listening to, I think, zombies. I can't tell. Hi. And I don't know how. It's not even... Does anyone... Can someone tell me how I'm supposed to fix this? Because this is a whole deck. It's a whole deck in one card now. Does anyone know how to fix this? Like, at all? Hi. I'm very confused on how I'm supposed to fix this. Like, I've looked it up. If you're about to ask. I have looked it up multiple times. And I've gotten nothing that's gonna help me fix this problem. Most of it has just been like, oh, if you can't get through the sleeve, or like, if they're dirty. But this is stuck together. Is this due to time? Is this because something got on them? Does anybody know? Because, I haven't touched these in forever, and I don't know how I'm supposed to fix this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about this. I can't read that. Why? My only question is why. But okay. Like, I've looked it up. There is no response. Hello. Does anybody know how to fix this? Or am I just stuck with all my cards like this from now on? And I have to buy more cards now. Because if so, that's just disappointing. Where did my dog go? Oh, she's on her bed. Okay. So, I could look it up again, but I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with that. Like, I'm not even joking. These are all my cards that I have, that I found. I've also done deep clean of like, I've literally taken everything out of there. These are all my cards that are not stuck together. And I have 1, 2... Oh, I can't even count that. There's too many stuck together. Like, They're physically, it's not even funny. I know some cards, like, if I remember correctly, like, some cards, they're like 3D kind of. I used to have a card that was like 3D-ish. I think it's just like the holographic made it look that way. This card's completely damaged. It's really sad that this one's damaged. Because it was one of my cuter cards. But I can't even, like, it's not even a joke. It's rock solid. Am I supposed to, like, I feel like vinegar, I've tried vinegar before with a different thing, and that just ended up destroying my card. I have multiple decks of different things. That just destroyed one of my cards. So I think vinegar would just destroy this, because and I don't know. I don't know what to do. And I'm very irritated by it. It's like, I don't seem irritated. I feel like I don't seem irritated. But like, oh yeah, does anyone really like actually use Pokemon cards nowadays? Is that even a thing still? Yeah, it is. There's just like the digital one now. That's right. Does anyone actually play the digital card thing? Because I've seen a bunch of ads for it, but I don't feel like a lot of people play it. Like, I haven't met many people that played the card game of, like, Pokemon. Like, my family plays Pokemon Go, and I know there's the card thing. I forgot what it's called. But, like, does anyone actually play that game? Or is there just a bunch of advertisement for people to play the game? It's kind of confusing. I'm blind, I'm sorry. It's getting too late for this. Your level of beauty is Thank you. I take that as a compliment because I think it's supposed to be, so thank you. But I also don't know how to pronounce the sixth word. Sixth word. Yeah. It's the sixth word. I just feel very concerned by the fact that this has happened. By my best card deck. I have a rock collection. I have a collection of a lot of things. But, like, I've stored all my rocks in here. And I remember my deck was on top of the card thing. So. It'll spin my closet for, like, over, I think, 2 years, 3 years. So, if that's just something that happens over time, that's just sad. But, is this why people put them in, like, the folder things? Like, I know there's, like, these little things you have to put cards in. Oh, thank you. Can you see my eyes? I feel like you can't. Can you? Is it like... I really can't because of the glare on my glasses. Like, there is, like, the sleeve things for cards, so I'm wondering if this is the point of those, so things like this don't happen. Which, if that is, that's just sad, and I probably should end up buying some sleeve thing. Because I really like cards. I don't know where my other card deck went. I had another card deck around here. Like, it was sitting near me. I'm attempting to put the lid back on this. That did not work. So, like this? Nope, that's wrong. I do believe in the afterlife. But I don't have a religion. If anyone's gonna ask that, I don't. So, I don't have a religion. I'm gonna look for my other card deck. Hold on. It was just here, so I'm not that concerned. Haha, I found it. I did find it. Like, I have an actual kind of card deck. What is this? Oh, sticky notes. Cool. I forgot I owned those. Like, I have an actual card deck. I have an actual card deck. So. Oh, does anyone know how to play cards? Am I the only one who doesn't? Because I really don't know how to play cards. I feel like that's a bad thing. I feel like I should know. But I own a card deck. I have multiple card decks. This is just like a proper card deck. Is that a thing? What do you think happens? In the afterlife? I'm assuming that's what you meant. So I kind of just believe, like, once you kind of pass, you're just like, there's a whole nother world that you just go to. I just got this little thing that is like, do you want to add a QR and answer sticker? And it's like, eat kiwis with skin or no skin? How do I stop? I have heard of heaven, but I'm not religious, so I can't really say I fully believe that. So do you have any cards worth money? I don't know my card worth. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know how much Pokemon cards cost. I remember most of these I got during, like, my school hands them out. If you go to the Jags, like, we have the little store, the student store, and you can, like, buy stuff there. And, like, one of my teachers used to hand them out. And, like, our aides and stuff. And, how do I stop kicking my dog? By taking your feet away from the dog, or, like, there's multiple ways. I'm sorry, either I have to, hold on, let me read that. So, your comment is a little confusing. Sorry, I am not a good reader, nor am I good at understanding things. I'm very sorry about that. My remedy is alive 3. Actually, fine, because we have 3 likes and 3 people so far. I think the highest we got so far was 25. I don't know how much Pokemon card is worth. I think it depends, right, the type and the quality or something, so if you know the answer to that, great. You could also look it up, because that's what Google's for. Or just the straight internet. I did ask the internet, though, on how to fix the cards. I'm doing it right here as well. But I'm serious, does anyone know how to shuffle cards? Because I don't. I have tried. And the whole Jesus thing, well, my personal belief is that, spiritually unwell. You know what? Speaking about spiritually unwell, this was about, I think last year, maybe the year ago. No, yeah, last year. So before I got my dog, I used to sleep with my door open because I used to babysit my brother. I mean, I still do, but like my dad's here more often, so I didn't have to worry about so I don't need to worry about having my door open now because my dad just watched them. So I think it was like last year, the year before. I used to have my door open, and I've seen many things. My mom has seen things too. So when we first moved into the house, when she went in her closet once, we didn't like really move in fully yet. Like, I think we were still checking out the house. I was 5 at this time, so I don't really know this. She told me this. And sometimes she wakes up to shaking. So the point of this, speaking about spiritually unwell, is the point of this. So she saw this black figure that looked like a man in her closet. There was no like explanation for it. It kind of just happened. And it was only there for like a second or two. But there's been many times. My bed was actually in this exact position too. Like where it's against my wall and just like facing. Is this vertical? This is vertical or horizontal? I mean, if you want to pray, you can. My point is, they stopped coming. Like, my mom sometimes will still feel the shaking, but I used to see this girl in a white dress, like this white Victorian dress. If you look up anybody, like if you look up like a white Victorian dress, a basic white Victorian dress, I just used to see a lady, hair pinned back in a bun, in a white Victorian, basic white Victorian dress, standing in my doorway. And she used to just do nothing. She stared straight So like I'd be right here, my doorway is right here, I'm right here. And I have a mirror right here. And if there's one thing I learned through, like, I'm really into spiritual stuff. So one thing I learned was that mirror against a mirror is a passageway, they say. And she used to stare right into my mirror. Like I have a bunch of mirrors right here. And I have a mirror right in front of me, actually. Because I have a vanity in front of me. And so those two are like right back to back, which I've always thought ever since I learned it, they're kind of like a spiritual back way. I'm kind of just mixing around with my cards, if you can see that. And that's all I'm doing. I don't know how to shuffle, so please don't. You can try to teach me to shuffle. You gave me instructions, I could try. But, I've always believed in spiritual stuff. It's not my first encounter either. So there's this thing called Elsinore Theater, and I live by this. Anoint that with oil, my girl. So I stopped seeing it. My point is, she kind of left. And it's like, she only came around a certain time. And I can't tell if it's because I stopped having my door open at night, so I don't see her. She wasn't like really in the doorway. She was either outside my bedroom or in my bedroom. She was never really in the doorway. Is that just like this thing? Because like I've seen a bunch of videos too. They're never in the doorway itself. They're either behind it or in front of it. Like, they're never in the doorway. Has anyone noticed that? Or is that just a me thing? Because that I've noticed. That's something I've noticed. Never in the doorway. But, I was saying something before that. Now I'm trying to count back to what I was thinking. Did anyone remember? Fuck. Oh, I just realized I cussed. I'm so sorry. Some people don't like it when I cuss. And I know I'm not supposed to, so I'm very sorry about that. I kind of have to watch myself. I try my best. This is my only slip up I've done today, so good on me. I'm getting better at my habits. You can pray. You can pray. I had this argument with my friend. I was like, well, there's two types of B words, and there's one that's like, this one's a female dog, and the other one, I don't know how you define the other one, but I was telling my friend, well, one of them is kind of more like leaning towards the girl and like leaning towards the female gender, and the other was leaning towards the man gender. So we argued about this for a few minutes, and I said, well, one of them literally is a way, like another meaning of it is a female dog. So it's like, I'm pretty sure that's kind of more towards it. And so she was like, that's kind of sexist. And I'm like, and so I grabbed my Google and I Googled it. And so we kind of stared at my Google and we're just like, we're trying to debate who's right and who's wrong in this kind of conversation. So we ended it by saying neither of us are right, neither of us are wrong, but everything goes to blame on Google and AI, because you know what, we can. I don't know why, but this is how we win arguments nowadays. Just blaming it on AI. Does anyone else just like win an argument with their friends like that? Might just be a me thing. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Oh my god, I remember else what I was talking about. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to do this thing. Like, there's this theater where I, like, near I live. It's actually, I think, closed right now, due to maintenance. That's a word. And it was called the Elsinore Theater. I used to do performances there. I used to go to a private school too, man. Now I go to public. I don't hate that I go to public. It's just, in the 6th grade, I learned what a cafeteria is and how they function. I'm in the 8th grade. I'm very close to being into the 9th, but I'm in the 8th grade and I still struggle with our cafeteria. But I have a friend group who's been in public their whole life, and so they know how to use it. So I no longer struggle alone because I have them. But I'm my rocks. But me and my best friend, we were getting ready for our performance. We're walking in line and we're stopping because keep in mind this is a field trip. My whole school is here and we're doing our performance. So we're kind of backstage and we're near the electrical electrical space, whatever you want to call that space. We were near there. And so we're standing there kind of just waiting because it's nearly our turn, but we have to wait till the other people get off the stage first. So we're kind of there in the middle of the line because we were. And I was just there trying, like, we're just there and we're talking, and in the corner of my eye, I see somebody in front of us. And so I stopped talking and I waved because I was a little kid and I was very interactive as a little kid. And so my best friend looks over and waves as well. Though we start walking and we stop because we're like, wait a minute. Like, we just took, I think, 2 steps forward. Like, we're right here. We move up. And we kind of stop. We look behind us because that person is no longer there. And you know why we stopped originally? So we're kind of just there. We move forward and we stop. Because, you know, we have nowhere else to go. And my friend so there's my best friend, there's me, and then there's my other friend behind us, who tapped us and went, hey, why did you just wave to nothing? So me and my best friend were looking at each other like there was a man there. Apparently there wasn't. Because the people behind us looked at us a little concerned on why we just waved to somebody that was not there. And so I never understood it until this year when I was doing some research because I wanted to make a video of me and my friends going to an abandoned place. We may or may not be doing this, okay? We don't know yet. We still have to wait for the plans. So we're looking at abandoned, haunted places, okay? And one of the very first things that pop up in my city is the Elsinore Theater, a place I used to go every year from pre-K to 4th grade, twice a year. Actually, multiple times a year, but we did one performance there, and then we used to do field trips there and preparations there. We went there many times, okay? So when you think about it, when you really think about it, we're like, oh, we understood what just happened right then and there at that moment. Because I finally understood. I never understood that moment. I just assumed, hey, maybe me and my friends saw nothing at all and we waved at something we couldn't see. We just waved. Who knows? We had no explanation at that time. I'm looking at it now. That's the most haunted. It was like one of the top 5 or it was 5 or I'm looking at my hand like I should know. But I'm doing that because sometimes I remember things. So I recommend you to mess around. Okay, I understand there is many things that warn against stuff like that. But see, there are things that warn against it. There are things that say, hey, do we really want to test this? Or should we test our luck? This side feels like it will always win. So the side that says don't do it, the side that says do it, to me, this one wins more than this one. That's how I work. But, yeah, it's like one of the top 10 most haunted places in my city, so I guess it makes sense that me and my best friend saw someone there. And you know what? The person was dressed like an older gentleman. No, they were younger. I'm sorry, I confused that with somebody else. They were a younger person, and they were dressed in, like a young man dressed in maintenance. Like, they look like they did, like, stuff at the electrical station. I don't know what you call it. Leave me alone. So, they look like they just were there doing their job. So, we thought nothing against it. But I've seen enough things, like, and I've heard of enough things to know, hey, that place is haunted. Haunted, that's right. Oh, thank you. But I've known enough places. I've seen enough things. Like, hey, this is haunted. That wasn't your imagination. You aren't crazy. You just saw something you weren't supposed to. Which a couple things are like, hey, you weren't supposed to see these things. Don't try and go to see more. Don't try to see more. But I want to. I do believe there is multiple gods, in my opinion. Because it's like, I'm really into Greek mythology as well. And that's always been one of my things. So, I do believe in there's, like, gods. It's just, I was saying something. Right. I do believe in gods, but, I can't say I am religious. I get they are there, and I'm just not all that religious myself, personally. I'm not religious. I don't think I could be religious. Well, I don't know who the creator is, so. Creator of life. That's more helpful. I believe in Mother Nature. Like, I know that's, like, some people are like, that's Mother Nature, of course, but, like, I think of her kind of as a god. But, like, one of the gods or goddesses. But, creator of life. I feel like that depends. Because there's so many things. I feel like that just depends. That's not like, there's no, I get there's just like, that's a yes or no question. But, in my opinion, that depends. I don't feel like that is a straight yes or no question. I understand. I understand that. I do. I do understand that. I just can't, I don't have an answer for that really all. I'm sorry. Like, it's kind of just random for me. I don't have like anything to say about that, so I'm sorry. Any other questions? In 27 minutes. Dang. You know what? And I still never got my question on how to fix my cards. I mean, it's been 30 minutes for me. Okay. I remember this is a card trick. Forgot how it works. It's like you show the person the card. Oh. Well, it doesn't work if I see it. So it's like you show the person the card. And then, like, you tell them, okay, remember this card. And then you shove it in the middle or something. But, like, you don't want to make it noticeable. Oh, just shoot. Did I ever lose the card? Oh, shoot. I lost the card. Okay. But, like, you, like, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have been to church. I can't say it was my most funnest time because I was there with my sister and, like, my cousin. And those two knew what they were doing at church because they've been there so many times. I have not been. And, like, they already had their fingers and stuff. So I was just kind of there, stuck, having to talk to the teacher, which kind of felt awkward. But it's okay because I'm very talkative. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10. Was this your card? No, was it? Was this one? Shoot. Was it 15? Am I supposed to pull 15 of these? Oh, was this your card? No. I was hoping it was. I don't know. I haven't checked on how long it's been since I've flipped. Oh. Okay, that's not the card either. Shoot, where did I throw the card? This is one of my favorite cards. I don't know why, but I love this card. Is this your card? It's not the card I pulled originally. Shoot. Where'd it go? This card trick sucks. I'm sorry. It does not work. Whoever said this... I don't get how other people got this to work. I think I messed it up because I, like, lost the card. Okay. Do I gotta, like, reshuffle my whole card deck? I do. I can't shuffle, so it's like I'm just throwing around my cards. Are you, like... So does you... She does. She does. From my knowledge, she does. I'm not too sure. Do you go to church? I'm taking the assumption you're religious. I'm sorry if that's offending. I wasn't supposed to see the card and I checked it, so now I have to do this whole thing again. Okay. 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 Yep. Just throw it in the middle. Like everything else. Okay. I can't see the card, but you can go see the card. Okay. So, the trick requires me to... I found it. I found the middle spot. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or I'm gonna stop right there for a second. I've been in church on and off my whole life. And yes, I'm Christian. I took that assumption, which I'm sorry if that might have offended you originally, like, just assuming, which, because, like, you are here talking to me about this. They said, I'm not religious. I understand there's a lot of people who can be religious. I was 11. This is 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, finally going back to what I was saying. I don't think I could be religious because I have way too many beliefs and things that don't really add up to one religion. Okay, I'm glad you are proud of that. It's just, I don't think I could be religious due to the fact that I have a lot of beliefs, and most of my beliefs have been added up over and over to the years, and I can't dedicate myself to something. I tried crocheting. I still have my crocheting kit, and I still have only done one thing, and that is, oh, was this your card? Was it or wasn't it? Because I didn't get a look at it. So, tell me if this is your card or not. But, back into the deck goes. So, I've tried putting myself into a lot of things. I used to do a lot of things. I used to do gymnastics, cheer. I did karate for a day to see how I liked it, but I hated it. I did swim. The only thing I completed, keep in mind, I did about 8 things in my life that were like supposed to be like good muscle and stuff. Only one of them I ever succeeded in and stayed in, and that was swim. And truly, I want to do Pilates because that is something I have done before. They've done like a little bit of Pilates, and I kind of want to go back to it and get one properly do it this time. I used to just do it in the comfort of my bedroom, which is this space. But also, do we like my green walls? I'm gonna do like a darker brown for the accent. It's called an accent. Look at me, I know my stuff. Ooh, I dropped my cards. But also, was that your card? Actually, the Bible says we didn't earn it. That Jesus did it on the cross. Oh. So I failed at everything for nothing? Because I kid you not. I failed at gymnastics. I failed at tumble. I failed at cheer. I didn't fail at swim. That's the only thing I'm glad about, is I didn't fail at swim. Actually, I could have done competitive swim if I wanted to. But I chose against it because I may be competitive, but I'm not competitive like that. I did, let's see, trying to think, what was it else I did? I did so many things. I did yoga. I did yoga. I never completed yoga. I just kind of did it for a while. Like, there was levels of yoga. Yes, you can complete yoga. There's levels of doing it. But, well, I'm glad he loves us anyways, but sometimes I don't feel loved. Hey. Hey! How are you? But yeah, I'm glad, like, that we can all, like, I'm glad there is someone that will love us all. I have a bunch of children. I've adopted so many kids at my school. I'm good doing, how about you? I'm doing good. Like, this is one of my children's right here. I've adopted over 35? 30? He actually... Thank you. Thank you for that, I guess. Yes, she is one of my children. I know. Yeah, by the way, I think you have, like, I can't remember, did I adopt 35 or 32? For your information, I've unadopted and readopted multiple people, so my memory on how many kids I have sucks. Do I remember their names? No. Do I remember their faces? Yes. I know who I'm talking to half the time. And my children know my face, because I see them daily. Or at least text them at some point in time. So, one of my children tried to date my other child, and when I told them they were siblings and that wasn't possible, they tried to have me unadopt one of them. And then I said, why would I unadopt you guys? You guys are my friends. I would never unadopt you, listen to me. I don't actually want children. I just like that I've adopted all my friends. Except for one of my friends. One of my friends refuses to be adopted. But also this friend is more like my mother than anything. She takes very good care of me. When I was doing my whole gluten-free thing, oh right, so you guys don't know about my whole, I was having a bunch of health issues for like a bunch of months. I mean, my child knows this. They kind of saw it for a little while. So, I went gluten-free for like, I think February 13th until like last month. Like last month, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, a name doesn't define. I don't know when that one came into play. But, I really was gluten-free for like the longest time. Like, not the longest time, but it was like, it felt so long. And when I put gluten back into my diet, it really did suck. Cause like my body was like kind of rejecting it at first. It's like, yo, this used to be a problem. This used to be a big problem that we took out of our life. My brain was like, yo, this thing's gonna attack us. So my body went, hey, this thing's going to attack us. And my body was kind of tripping out, and I was having a lot of problems due to me putting gluten back in my system. I'm okay now. Like, my body can handle it now. But when I was first putting it back into my system, my body was not liking it too much. It was a big struggle. And my stomach, for help, like, my whole body was feeling a lot worse than when I took it back out of my diet. Like, when I first took it out, it was a big struggle. Because my body is like, yo, we used to have this all the time. We used to be perfectly fine with this. And now we're kind of struggling now that we're not having it. And then, like, so we had to find a replacement for my gluten freeness. And then, when I put back into my diet, it was a big struggle. Just as it was taking it out of my diet. But I went through a lot of health problems, and we didn't really find the answer. Because I'm still having those health problems. So, we thought we had the answer, but we didn't. And it really did hurt. And I'm still in pain sometimes. But not as much as I was a couple months ago. Like, I've been having this pain since 6th grade, to 3 years now, I think. Yeah, 2024. And, now I'm kind of feeling better. I've done a lot of things to try and up my health. I can't say I think it is. I can't say that God is my answer. I understand you're Christian, and this is your belief. But it is not my belief. And if that was, I was hoping I'd feel a lot better by now, because I've been in pain for over 3 years. I kind of still have my pain. I had to take a bunch of pills. I still take pills and gummies, and I have to take this gut powder. I have to take like 2 gut health things because they think that's the problem, but I don't think it is. I'm still struggling with my health, and I do my best to try and keep my health steady. It's like I try to keep my health afloat, like my physical health, but then I'm fighting through my mental health as well. Because I'm in middle school, and I'm heading to high school. And if there's anything about being a teenager, your mental health and your physical health are kind of shitty. I'm sorry for that, again. So, and then I'm stressed throughout my, like, whole life at home. Another thing I know is if I'm constantly in a flight or fight mode, if I'm constantly stressed, my body won't get any better. I do know this. And I'm trying every day to keep myself calm and to kind of stay out of my flight and fight mode. But I constantly am in this mode, and I do my best. And I do work on my, like, I work on my body as much as I can. And I try to, like, take care of my health, but it's really hard. I don't get how some people can do it. It's not as easy as it looks. Like, you'd think it wouldn't be that hard. But it really is. Yeah. Well, I can't say that he can help me. I'm sorry. I understand this is your belief, and this is what you think. I've dealt with a lot, and I don't think it's gonna be fixed anytime soon. I'm just hoping we can find out my solution. I have talked to a lot of specialists. I'm gonna keep talking to specialists. We're gonna keep looking inside my body. We're gonna keep trying to figure out these things. But I am struggling, and I know that. And I know it's not gonna be able to be fixed overnight. I know this is going to take time. I know it's going to take me to be dedicated, but I can't say I am dedicated. Thank you. But dedication is a lot. Like, some people, they are very dedicated to certain things, but I'm not one of those people. I can't write essays. I'm in the 8th grade, and I struggle every time to write an essay. Last year, it took me, I finished an essay in 2 days. But that was for my state test, and I was completely panicked. I don't know how I did that. I have a whole week to do my essay, and that is this week for my state test, and I can't say that I know what I'm doing. Like, at all. I have no clue what I'm doing. I feel like I should know what I'm doing. I feel like I shouldn't have this problem or this struggle, but I know I do have this problem and struggle, and I know it's not going to go away. Like I said, it's not going to go away overnight. And I can just hope that it can, but I know it can't. That's not how the world works. Thank you. But, that's not how the world works, and that's not how life works. You're dyslexic. There's a joke in my friend group that I'm dyslexic, but it's kind of true because I struggle to read things and see things properly. But, it's clear I have ADHD. I don't know if you guys can see that or tell that, but it's kind of it's been clear my whole life. But with ADHD comes a lot of other problems. Like, I know I have a little bit of anxiety, and I may sound like I'm depressed, and I kind of am. But like I said, being a teenager, you kind of just end up being like that. There is no solution to it. I mean, there is, but like, not everybody can get that solution, and that kind of sucks. Yeah, that really does suck. In our friend group, I feel like this is really offensive to people that are outside our friend group, but we all have the joke that we're a little autistic sometimes, and I understand that can be really offending to someone that's actually autistic, but my friend group, that's just kind of how we talk. We say, oh, you're being autistic, and I understand that is really offensive if you don't understand our joke. It is a joke between our friend group, and I get that is really, truly offensive. But to us, when we're saying that to ourselves, it's like if anybody, like any friend group, you always have that dumb thing you'll say that hey, to anybody else, this is really offensive. But to us, it's just a joke. And I'm glad there's people who do see me. But I like it sometimes when I'm unseen, because it makes it easier to slip through the cracks. And it makes it easier to not have to worry about your problems too much. Because when people really do see you, people ask questions. Questions are okay. And I like sometimes answering questions. But sometimes people ask way too deep of questions, and it's like, well, how do you want me to answer that? Because if I say something wrong, and that ends up kind of affecting. It's like cause and effect. Cause and effect is a real thing. It's not something they teach us just to teach us. Oh yeah, I have my nose piercing. What do y'all think? Except my inflation has gone down. It was really bad earlier. It was like really inflamed. But cause and effect, like when they teach us this stuff in school, they're being serious. It's not a joke. I'm really more interested into health and into science. So, answer. And I know I'm kind of going off topic. That's just kind of how I am, though. What is your question, though? I'm okay. Stamp. No, stamp. My back pain. It's a lot. whatever you want to tell me. I am here. So you said you... Let me think. Honestly, maybe. I'm pretty sure there's like rules on everything. Like, I know we say we have free will and whatnot, and I'm kind of glad that some people really do test their free will, because sometimes it feels like we're just living in a simulation and life's a lie, and people like to test that simulation, test to see if we're really in a simulation or not, and making sure we're not all just NPCs, because some people, they really do act like NPCs. But I'm glad I don't. And I say this as somebody who has met a bunch of restrictions that I know I shouldn't have. So why'd he make... I know this is a really... I've offended somebody by asking this before. And I really am concerned if this will offend you. And I'm truly sorry if I do offend you. So, yeah, the Bible says he wrote our hearts. When I read, I get a lot more tired. Good and bad. So, I understand this is like the point of contrast. If we have too much good, we can't, and we have, then, like, it kind of contrasts. So I understand, but I am also curious. If he writ has having good, why is there so few good people actually in the world that is left? I'm seeing that nowadays we have much more people with bad hearts than we do with good. It's a concerning thing that everybody has to deal with. Mothers are more concerned for their children nowadays compared to back when our parents were kids. Sure, they had things that were concerning, but kidnappings and killings are more higher now than they were before. And even then, this is probably going... I hope this doesn't get me demonetized, but it is a lot more common nowadays. Kids unaliving themselves is a serious thing. Both from stress, from bad homes. There's so many things. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of definitions of good. But, like I said, there's a lot of people who murder and kill. I'm sorry, I really think this might get me demonetized. But there's a lot of people that unalive people. And there's a lot of things in the world. YouTube, please don't hate on me for this. But, there's a lot of things. The world is not as good as what it used to be. And I don't mean this as in, like you just said. That's not love, that's control, that's manipulation. If he does anything, that's physical abuse. Right then there though, that is a thing, that is like a type of verbal abuse. That is not good. One of my friends was in an abusive relationship. She did not believe it was abusive. So we had, and I'm glad we learned about this in health, but that exact week we were learning about abuse. The same week, she ended up breaking up with him due to their parents because he broke up with her. I don't think anybody's forced to love anybody. I mean, yeah, there is forced marriages and forced love, but you're not really feeling love. And if you are, there's this word, I forgot what it's called, but it's this illness, and it's, you fall in love with your captor. Y'all know do you know what I'm talking about? It's like, think about Beauty and the Beast. She fell in love with the Beast. Blah, blah, blah. Disney did this, Disney did that. The original story is a lot more darker. Blah, 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 blah. Either way, she fell in love with her captor, which is bad. What time is it in your time zone? It's 11 o'clock in mine. Oh my god, my back hurts so much. That is happening to me. Oh, are you kidnapped? Wait. I'm sorry. Wait, back that up. That's not what I meant. Are you in like an abusive relationship? 12. Oh, you're 12. is 12 for you? Or you are 12? Don't answer that. Wait, yes, answer that. Wait. Yes. Is it 12 a.m. right now? Can't be p.m., so it has to be a.m., right? My vocal when I said that. I don't think you can hear it, but, like, I can, like, feel the vibration. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. I'm sorry. So, I was about to say something. Oh! Jesus. I don't think that's what old is. I'm sorry. My mom had me in her early 20s, and my grandma had my mom in her like when she was like 16? Yeah, 16. 4 kids though. You know what? I can't be talking. I am the oldest of 4 kids. And I am very stressed, but I'm living. That's okay though. Kids are stressful. Why do you have 4? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But, like, are they all singles, or is, like, there's, like, triplets, or twins, or, like, are they quadruplets? I had to think what was the next one that came. There is God to create something as beautiful as yourself. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I think that's meant to be a compliment. And I hope I read that right. Singles. Oh, Jesus. You know what? I have a set of twins in the room next door to me. They're very, is there a light on? No, that's the hallway light. I don't know why that's on. I'm not gonna turn it off. They probably got their TV turned off. 4, 8, and 1. Dang. 10. Oh, 10 too. 10, 8, 4, and 1. Okay, 10. I'm doing math. Give me a second. And then 8, 4. Hold on. So, alright. There is a 9-year age gap. Oh, I gotta do math. There's a 6-year age gap. Then there is a 2-year age gap. I just did that from 10, as you can see. If I take 8, is that the same? No matter what? Hold on, no. Because 8, take away 4, there's a 4-year age gap. And then 8, take away 1, that's 7-year age gap. And 4 just has a 3-year age gap. Okay. That's not terrible. If the baby was 2, it would have been all evens. I don't know why it kind of irritates me that there's a 1. I think of the 4 and the 8 and the 10. I think it's gonna irritate me for a while now. But I guess that's just how, like, things are, like, how things happen. I just, like, got my charger. I don't want my phone dying on me. Oh, jeez. Okay. I put you in the bin. Nope, I cannot put you in the bin. I will just bin my charger. Cool. 2025, 2017, 2021, and 2025. You know what? My siblings were born in 2020. It was so weird to think about kids being born in 2020 and 2021. I say this as my siblings are born kind of like in those times, but, like, I feel like it's so strange because, like, during the pandemic, so, like, when I was first born, like, I think it was, like, 2 months old, what my mom said, I got my ears pierced, my first piercing. And then, we were supposed to do that for the twins, but since 2020 happened, everything kind of shut down, so that wasn't really an option. So, and then my brother, we didn't pierce his yet. He got we didn't get there in time to get the stage. Alright, odd numbers. So that is 11, 7, 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. I did that. I guess good to know. I'm so glad I'm going to high school. I've been at the same I've been at the same public school. I'm ready to leave. I am in leadership, okay, and in leadership you're required to do a couple things, and so we did like the fifth graders come to explore the school, right? And leadership, we're required to help both set up and both help them get around the place. And last year the fifth graders were insane, but like this year they just kept saying 6, 7. So annoying. You were homeschooled. I was homeschooled for a year. Like, just my 5th grade year. That was it. And then I went to public. I had the choice of staying at homeschool or going to public, but I went to public due to my sister. If she never suggested I go to her school, I'd still be homeschooled. I'm not even gonna lie. I still would have remained homeschooled. And I probably would have fell asleep through most of my classes. You know what? I'm gonna be very proud of this. I've only fallen asleep in school 3 times. 3. And that's not even this year. Like, total. Like, my whole, like, middle school experience so far. 3 times. Oh, you homeschool your kids. You know what? One of my best friends got homeschooled for, like, they were there for, like, I think 4 years before they got homeschooled. And now they don't really have, like, one destination. They're just kind of everywhere. They mainly resort in Florida. Good on them. At least Florida's nice. I live somewhere where it's either way too hot or way too cold. I effing hate this place sometimes. Okay, I am serious though. So I have my cousins are Christian. You know what? My family is, I am Hispanic. My family is big. So it's not even funny how big our parties get. But I am serious. My cousins are Christian, and one of them is very young. The schools are mean. Where you're at, you know what? I live in a place where I went to a private school for a couple years of my life, but there was only one private school in my whole city that wasn't Christian. They said, we're not religious. And I loved that private school, but again, it was way too much money everywhere, I think. Oh, I mean, not all schools are mean. Honestly, teachers get underpaid. My grandparents are against ICE, which low-key irritates me because it's like, enough about the politics. To be clear, they talk about politics as much as they can. So tiring. I know more about politics than I should. And I hate politics, so I'm not even gonna lie, politics suck. And like, I learned I learned by one of my teachers that, like, oh, if you had the option to vote for yourself, you'd vote for yourself, right? I'm like, yeah, everybody would. Like, that we were doing this as a class vote thing. We were in leadership. We were bored as heck, so we were just doing free time. And so he asked, well, if you had the option to vote for yourself, wouldn't you? And we're like, yeah. And then he's like, you know, presidents do the same thing. They're telling me they can vote for themselves. I dropped my cards. Like, that's not very... Is this true, though? I mean, I kind of believe my teacher. I think I should, but, like, it's very concerning to think about the fact that these people are able to, do that. Speaking of which, why are you awake? Why am I awake? I don't know why I'm still awake. I was originally cleaning out my... Listen, my cabinet is 3 shelves. It's, like, really big. I live in an older house, and, I cleaned... Like, I could show you. This whole thing was completely filled. So was this one. Like, you could... When you opened it, things would fly out. It is now mainly empty. There is 2 big things left, which I will make tomorrow's problem. It is. Oh, almost there. but I've done a lot of cleaning, and my back hurts. So, it's already been almost an hour. No, it's been 60 minutes, so it's been an hour and 30 seconds. Cards. I love cards. I don't know why. Oh, well, I'm glad you stayed here. It's better than me just end up talking to myself, because the first few minutes of every stream, I end up talking to myself. Y'all didn't hear that, but I did. There was, like, this drop. Like, it wasn't in my room. It was in the house. Like, I just heard this. And it got both my dog and me awake. Like, she's, like, my dog's asleep by the door. She moved. And she just, like, sat up and looked at my door before laying back down. So I'm glad you stayed, though, because typically I'm just end up here talking to myself. And it kind of gets a little... I end up leaving the stream. I end up ending the stream because after, like, a good 30 minutes, it ends up just being me for, like, a while. And it gets a little boring. Well, I'm glad. I'm shocked I kept this stream going. Because typically, after a while, I end it. And the fact that I stayed says a lot. And the fact that I haven't gotten up that much. Like, typically through a stream, I end up moving around a couple times. And I'm just like, I'll grab something or I'll show something. All I really did was grab my deck cards. And I moved like twice just to grab them. But seriously, y'all, I don't think you could hear it, but like there's this drop. And it kind of like shook both me and my dog. Alright, so I know one of them. I know you are like one person, but I'm still curious on who the second person is. I think God. You think God was the one that made the drop, or you think God is the reason I'm still in the stream? Which one? If both is the answer, then okay. But I think that drop came from my kitchen. Or either it was the kitchen, the dog, one of the other dogs, or it was one of my siblings. Actually, why would they be awake right now? They wouldn't be awake right now. They used to be up at like 11 at night back when they didn't have school. But now they kind of have to sleep. Okay. I don't get how people do cards. Okay, that's uneven. They're 5. Actually, they don't like milk that much either. But, maybe. I think they're just asleep. So I got no clue on who that was. How do people... Like, you know how people, like, bend the cards and then... That was a failed attempt. Card tricks. I've done a lot of card tricks, and I've failed every card trick I've ever done. That's sad. My friend's really good at cards, and I've always asked her to teach me. And she teaches me. Like, seriously. I have a skateboard in my room, and I skateboard sometimes. Not all that often. But the fact that I can learn how to skateboard before I can learn how to do cards is insane. So. Alright. I think that's too thick for me, so I have to, like, separate this side real quick. Oh, that's like 5 cards. That's a terrible one. Okay. Okay, maybe thicker is better. I don't think so, but, alright. Yeah, I don't get it. How are some people just so good at cards? It's like they have this hidden talent. Seriously, my friend, she does card tricks every lunch period. It's not even funny how she's so good at this. My cards, I will bend them. Personally, talking back to our conversation, someone came up and told me I had to love them. I don't carry a weapon on me, because I don't. But in some situations, I feel like I want to. But anything, to be clear, anything can be turned into a weapon. Hi. But I am serious. I carry around a Stanley Cup, because that's my water bottle. And if I had to use that as a weapon, I would. Back when I used to be stuck doing, back when I was like, I used to stay after school for leadership, I used to have this I still have this flashlight. It is this thick Costco flashlight. And you can, like, I tapped it ever so lightly around my, like, in my, like, commons, like, classroom. I just said commons and classroom. The commons is a cafeteria. Don't know why I said classroom, but, the commons, tapped it. And keep in mind, there was only 4 people in there. That thing echoed. It, like, you could hear it in the hallways. Man, Costco, you got some good flashlights. I don't know where my flashlight is right now. You know what? It's probably, like, somewhere in my storage units. I have a lot of storage spaces in my room. That's true. Bye. Have a good day or night, whatever one it is for you. My piercing hurt. Oh, I have a question. Do you have piercings, and would you get piercings? I messed up my card trick again. Like, okay. Ta-da! That is a terrible card trick. Oh my gosh, my cold press is still in my freezer. Do I want my cold press? I'm sorry, it's a compress. Oh yeah. I have my nose done. I got this done on Wednesday. My nose is really swollen, so it's like no longer sticking up. But don't worry, I took ibuprofen, so the swelling should go down at some point. And then my ears are done. Since my ear curves like this, my piercer told me, you probably can't get any more on your ear due to the flap being like too folded. She told, my mom has the same shaped ear, told my mom the same thing. I only get doubles. I mean, if I wanted to, I could, hypothetically speaking, get this one, or like, I think that's it. Like, all the other ones won't work, but like, I could get this one, which I heard that one's really painful. But it's supposed to help with, I think that one's supposed to help with migraines. I can't remember anymore. But, I doubt I'll get it. And the nose hurts so much. But once this one heals, my brain really wants, I'm thinking I should get another one on this side. Like, I get this one's really low divot, but like, make it match. I have this ear completely. I have this ear done like this. But I really am thinking about buying one of those cuff things, so like, I can have it look like my whole ear is done without it actually being done. Which is just a lazy way of getting piercings without actually getting piercings. Which, I don't know where to buy some. I know Claire's used to have some. The fact that most Claire's close, I can only find one in like Woodburn or Portland. But like, if I'm in my city, there is no Claire's. Which, I can't believe Claire's kind of went out of business. You're a Claire's. But at the same time, so are malls. It makes me so sad nowadays to see that malls are closing. Because like, I used to go to malls with my mom just to hang out. Never to actually do anything. Like, we just hang out at the malls. And like, I'm really into, like, I don't really go into Spencer's, but like, I'll go into Zoomies, and I'll go into like Hot Topic. I remember, I still see like things, they're like, I remember when Hot Topic was all about like in the early 2000s, when they're like, oh, Hot Topic used to be a thing just for like the emo and scene and like gothic kids. And now it's just like, Hot Topic has always been whatever the hot topic is. It's in the title. Shocker, I know. I used to have a book about dreams. Now the book's gone. I used to also have a book. I also want a mental health book, because I really want to study more about mental health books and psychology. I'm really into psychology. And I'm also really into chemistry. I really want to do like physical therapy or mental therapy. I can't tell which one. Hi. So whatever one I guess I get to better. Whatever one I can do better at. So, it's 11:30 at night. What the hell? Alright, well, I see that there's 2 people here still. But, and hello. Do you have anything you want to... Ah, thank you. I was gonna ask, do you have anything to say, does anybody have anything to say before I decide to say goodnight? Because I am thinking about saying goodnight. I am thinking about not. I wonder if that crash was my mom coming home, because, like, I don't know yet. I remember YouTube got mad at me once. I had a live stream, and I was, like, doing something, and you could hear my siblings in the background. Keep in mind, like, my whole house was home. They just weren't in the room. But, like, you couldn't even see my siblings on camera. They were just in the background. You could just hear them fighting over something. And so YouTube got mad at me for that. So I had to explain on that live that, hey, my family is home. You're all good. You're all good. Like, I had to explain that my family was home. You couldn't even see them. You could just hear them giggling and then, like, a scream in the background. And that's because one of them, like, got the toy taken from him. Like, it does not make sense. I think YouTube needs to do their little checks better, but oh well. And I remember I saw this TikTok that was like, oh, like, me being on TikTok all day, but, like, I work at TikTok, so it's okay. I'm questioning, is that same thing for YouTube too? Is, like, that how that works as well? Oh, true. That's so funny. I didn't even notice. I did not even notice. I never realized that was the user. Like, I remember, like, I got to see, like, your, like, thing was there, and then, like, they popped up and said, hey. I don't know if they're still here, but, like, I remember it said, like, 3 people were in, and then it dropped down to 2, and then 1, and then back to 2, and now it's back at being 1. And I just, like, I remember, like, after you walked away, there was, like, 5 people that came for, like, a quick second before, like, saying goodbye. Oh. You know what? I'll take that. I was gonna say goodnight, and, like, now that you, like, you said, oh, you walked away for a minute. Yeah, like, see, there's a second person in now. Oh, wait, can you even see that? I think you can. I haven't been on, like, someone else's live in forever. I think it's been a month since I've scrolled through lives. I kind of stopped scrolling through lives due to me, like, always being busy. I was doing some card tricks. That is. Though I can't say I'm very good. Alright, okay, I'm gonna stop doing that, but... Just dropped all my cards. My attempts at doing something failed. Alright. My Midol stopped working, but I took my last Midol, so now I have to go buy more Midol tomorrow. Oh, that's good. At least you're looking out for people. It's like a guardian angel. I've never broken a bone, and there's always, like, this myth. Oh, how? Oh, yeah, tell me how. My cards aren't getting back into line. Haha, success. Joint. Okay. Ugh, hurt my joint for a second. If you're questioning what is in that bag, that is all the trash that was inside of that cabinet. So I promise you it's nothing concerning. There's like a bunch of broken things and a bunch of papers. I was gonna say something. I'm not cut out for cards. Why do I keep trying? Because I'm bored, that's why. I like how those people do like are like they can tell your future. They're like, pick a card and they'll tell you your future. I grabbed 3 cards in that second. Dang. Okay, good to know. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say before that? I don't know. I guess I won't know until like a couple minutes pass. Cards. I like cards. I think I've said that multiple times, but I have no shame in that. Sometimes I'm really shameless, and other times I have a lot of shame. It just depends the day and the mood. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Mother's Day. Actually, I can't even, like, yeah, just a couple hours from now. Not even a couple hours, like an hour from now will be Mother's Day. So I guess happy Mother's Day, because it's probably already, like, the next day for you guys, so. I know I messed up. Did I mess up today? No, I didn't. I think I messed up yesterday, and I can't even fully think it's my fault. My dad's bipolar, and sometimes he, like, bipolar works a certain way. Oh, yeah, of course. But bipolar, like, you know, you're on and off, so it's like, your emotions are a complete swing. You're having a really good day. We got back from, like, the store and stuff, and then I go upstairs real quick, and I come back down. He's suddenly really mad, and we bought this bouquet for my mom. And so I was pulling down one of the vases. We have, like, a bunch of vases. So I pulled down one of them. It's, like, our Chrisley vase. And then I pulled down another vase because we bought 2 bouquets. And I remember he said, well, they're both for Mom. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. And, in my process of getting, I was originally reaching for the, our bigger vase, because the crystal vase isn't that big, and nor is and the other vase I grabbed was really small. It's like for, like, when you, like, tulips or something. It's like one of those smaller flower kind of things. So I was grabbing our really big vase because it was 2 big bouquets. Now my mom says she likes the crystal one, but I was grabbing the big vase because 2 big bouquets go in a big vase. That's how my brain thought. And so he got really mad at me and told me just use that one, since I think, and he was telling me how I act like I know it all, but I don't. And so I was just trying to contemplate, well, do I cut the flowers? Do I, like, because they have, like, the rubber band around them. So I was like, do I cut this or not? And so I eventually said not. And so I was going to fill it with water, and so I did. And then when I moved on how I want to cut the plastic and how to not touch the thorns in the process of cutting the plastic, he got mad at me and said, here, let me show you. So he, like, grabs it from me, grabs the bouquet, and then, like, the scissors, and cuts it. And he's like, it's not that hard. I'm like, I know it's not that hard. I was trying to find a way to do it without cutting myself on one of the thorns. I really hate blood. Like, the thought of blood really disgusts me out. And I've always believed, personally, there is, like, we have, like, multiple chances at life. That's, like, my belief. One of my beliefs is, yes, I believe in the afterlife, but another thing is that we get second chances. Sometimes more. And, I feel like in my past life, I died in some way that either had a lot of blood or something, because I get really anxious and disgusted around blood. And instead of other people's blood, it's only my blood. Like, I could watch horror movies, and I can watch a bunch of gore and stuff, but when it comes to me seeing my own blood, I seem to get really freaked out. So I try my best to kind of avoid it. Like, if I'm physically, like, when I got my blood drawn due to my health issues, we were doing blood tests, I felt purely disgusted in that moment. And I know when you get your blood drawn, you feel weak, but, like, I physically felt like I was just so nauseous and dizzy. When I still talk about it, I feel like I think it. Yeah. Hi. So yeah, I was just attempting to do something, and he got mad at that. But I have to understand as well that he is bipolar, and that is not in his control. He can't control that. Like, you can't control, it's a mental illness. That's not something you can just control. Oh shoot, I have a project due on Monday. I can finish it tomorrow. Nobody's using the computer tomorrow, so I'll do it. But that, he said, he got mad at me for that, so I think that was like the fourth time I had a mental breakdown that last night due to this, because it was last night. But not like a full, like, not having a mental breakdown, it's just like a lot of breakdowns. I get a lot of breakdowns really quick and easy. And it's like, what do you expect? Yeah. Like, there's not much you can do. But, like, with ADHD comes anxiety. And I get anxiety. Oh, yeah, that sucks. One of my friends said I might have just a little bit of, I might be a little autistic. And not even just as a joke anymore, like I was saying earlier. But because sometimes my brain will just shut down when I'm doing something. If I get overwhelmed, I just shut down, or I'll just shut down midway through something. Which is true. I shut down sometimes. And, like, not even sometimes, it's really often. It's getting more often than lately that I just shut down in, like, in the middle of a conversation, in the middle of me doing something. Either it's not even me forgetting my task, it's the fact that I can't do my task that is handed to me. So, I don't really know. I don't really concern all that much about it. But it does get annoying that I will shut down in a task that is something that is really important and I need to get done. You know what? They say the same thing for ADHD. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's a mental illness or a disorder of any sort, you got a health issue, you're going to be rarely diagnosed as a woman. That's the sucky thing about being a female. There's a lot of sucky things that come to be about being a female. Yeah, that is true. I've learned a lot of things as the oldest. You kind of have to, you aren't allowed to do certain things anymore. As the oldest, I am not allowed to, like, this is one of my things. I'm not allowed to, like, show my siblings that I'm upset. Either I have to play it off as, like, they see me angry all the time, but, like, or frustrated or irritated, but I refuse to let them see me in, like, one of my sadder states, because I don't want, they are too young to understand my issues, and I don't need them to understand my issues. Right now, I need them to enjoy their childhood, because mine got cut short, now they get to enjoy theirs. Because it is not fair for me to cut their childhood just because I got mine cut. And I feel like they need to understand that. And so I get really irritated when they try to, I know they're young, and I know they just want to help, but I get irritated when they try to help, and I know they can't help. Like, they try, but that's not something they can help. Heck, I can't fix it, and it's not like many people can fix it. I don't think there's anybody who can fix it. The issue that's going on right now is too much. I gained a lot of responsibility when I was, in my personal belief, I gained a lot of responsibility when I was way too young. But I don't really have any regrets about that, because now I'm the way I am, and I like the way I am. And if I change now, well then, I just wasted about 6 years of my life. And that's not something I really like saying. It's like, oh, if I just spent 6 years doing this for absolutely nothing, what was the literal point? And I feel like I believe in alternate universes. I really do. And I believe in an alternate universe. I didn't end up having siblings, so I gotta live my childhood a lot more differently than I do now. And I can't say I'm envious of that, because now I can say that'd be lonely, to either have my siblings come way too early into my life or way too late into my life. If they came any earlier than what they did, I might have came out differently. If they came out any later than what they did, I'd be too old to be around them as like and see them grow up. I'd be out the house by the time they're even in my grade. So, like, or even close to my grade, if they came like way too late into time. But if they came too early into time, I can't say that would be any good. 'Cause exactly. It's like, it happened for a reason. I know it did. And I believe that the set of twins we have right now, I think, is the reason. Like, I think is, their second chance at something we didn't get to have. So, I had a set of twins. So, I had a set of twins before this. But, my mom ended up losing them. That is true. But she ended up losing them. And a couple years later, we ended up with these twins who came out with a couple complications, but they came out stronger than I did. When I was first born, I was in incubation for, I kept my mom in the hospital the longest. I was born the earliest. And I was in incubation longer than any of my siblings. I came out with a lot of complications. And I came out with, I think, the most complications that my mom had. And I'm still fighting those complications. Out of my siblings, they just act like they're blind, but I can't see all that well, and I truly do fight for my vision. This eye, my right eye, this is my right. It is really weak, so I am straining a lot of this eye in attempts to work this eye. So I most likely will need eye surgery when I'm older. But due to the couple things that have been happening recently, I think I might end up actually losing this eye. 33 weeks. I can't remember. I was born, if my mother knew what was happening with her when she was pregnant with me, and like everything that was happening, she would have had me 2 months before my due date. I ended up coming a month before my due date. It was okay. My brother, we only have one brother. I have one brother, but he is the only one who made it close to his due date. I was not. My siblings and I were not really close to our due dates. Like, I've had many health issues. I have a lot of issues, and I've had a lot of complications. And I know that. And there's no, like, saying I haven't. That's clearly not true. And me saying I'm perfectly fine is a complete lie. And I know some people are like, oh, but if a teenager says they're completely fine, they're completely fine. And it's not even just teenagers, it's kids or adults. If anybody says they're completely fine, it depends on how they say it. Because half the time it's not true. Sometimes, yeah, I am completely fine. I don't want to be talking to. And other times I'm not completely fine. I know that goes for everybody. So. Oh, my cards. So. Yeah. I'm glad I got to talk to you. I truly am. It is really late though, so I'm going. That is, I guess, yeah, that's true. We have adapted to this way and we have said these things. It is late. I'm going to say goodnight because it is nearly 12 o'clock for me. And you said it was past 12 for you. So I'm really glad I got to have this conversation with you. I'm really glad we got to talk about this stuff. Good night. Good day. I'm gonna go. Bye-byes.